Okay, so this is the outside of the van, the Mitsubishi L300 Express. I took a video of the interior, but it wasn't that good, so I thought I'd do the outside of it so you can see exactly what it looks like. Yeah, it's like I said, it's pretty tired. It's got a replacement door on it. As you can see, it's a different colour, but it's not a big deal. Anyway, this is what I'm taking video of today. It's my 1979 Holden Gemini. It's a TD, the last of the shape. Yeah, it's a very nice car. I got it for my 16th birthday. So yeah, it's got no engine in it. I won't show the engine, mate. There's nothing in it. But I'm going to put a replacement engine in it soon and be able to drive it. I've been waiting for about 2 years. 2 years to be able to drive it. Yeah, so as you can see, the body's really tired. It was always very faded, and yeah, it needs a respray. But I was going to respray it while the engine was out, but I've just run out of time, so I'm going to just stick the engine in and drive it as it is. Paint's only cosmetic, so I don't mind driving it when it looks like this. I just need to put a few things back on. You know, if you remember the other video, there was actually no badges on it. I did that last night. I'm still in the process of putting the interior back together. So yeah, it's not bad. This dashboard actually came out of my other Gemini that I just bought. It's the one that used to be in here was much worse, a lot more cracks. So I gave that away to someone, and I bought a new dash to put in my other car, and I swapped the one out of this, swapped the one out of the other car and put it in this car. Yeah, so I've done a few things to it. Like I painted the door trims, painted the instrument cluster, and yeah, I always liked this car. I mean, I've had it for a while, sitting in this driveway. Been working on it for a fair while now. I just haven't really driven it, but I want to get it on the road soon, because I'm sick of not being able to drive it. So yeah, it's actually, the interior's in much better condition than most cars. I mean, this car didn't cost me anything. It was a gift from my uncle. He found it somewhere. So, and it came with a running engine. I took it out and stripped it down because it was in not best condition. So yeah, I need to do more things to the interior. I want to paint the headlining and do some other stuff, and I've got some other seats to put in. I mean, that one's alright, but driver's seat's not so good. It's pretty tight. It's pretty torn up. See, yeah, you can see it's not that great. So yeah, I mean, it's not the best, but it'll do me for the moment. I've got the van I can drive, but you know, a van's, like I was saying before, a van's a lot harder to drive, especially with a manual. And this is a manual as well, but it's a car, so, and it's a small car, so it's easier to drive. So yeah, I've got another bonnet that actually came off my other car. I'll show that in a minute, but it needs to be knocked out. And yeah, this is a lot of stuff I've collected over the probably 18 months I've been buying stuff for the car. So I actually just bought that very recently, so that's going to go on the car. Hot dog and cannon muffler. These are the seats that are going to go in it. Other bits and pieces, trim around the windows and around the wheel wells. Forgive the Dukes of Hazzard license plate, I don't know where I got that from. Yeah, painted other interior bits, this center console and other stuff. So there's the transmission just there. It's, you know, a bit of a mess and trying to find space to put stuff, but yeah, clean that up, and clutch and flywheel's not so bad, and I might actually put that back on. And these are the headlights. These are the headlights that came with the car. You can see they're two different types, so I bought some other parts from another Gemini owner who was wrecking her sedan. So I got straight bars. These are the bars that came on it, on that car, and they're dented and dinged. And I tried to find straight bars, and I got some off of another Gemini. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. I mean, really, the only thing it needs a few rust repairs, but it's not a big deal. It's much better than some Geminis you find that are just rusted out in the sills and the floor pans. The only rust that's in this car is in the driver's door, which is a panel. You can replace that, and since I'm respraying it, it doesn't matter if it's a different colour. And there's rust behind the passenger side guard, the left-hand side guard. It's common for these cars because there's a box section right behind the guard that it basically traps moisture and it rusts out. So you have to cut away the rust and weld in new plates and the new box over the top of that. So, and the only other rust that's in the car is in the boot. Just to show you the boot. There's nothing really special about the boot. I haven't done anything. I might put speakers and other stuff in the car, but that's when I've got money. So you can see that it looks bad, but it's not actually as bad as it looks because it's a flat section that you can just cut out and weld a whole new plate in, so that's much easier to fix than what I first thought when I saw it. And this is the other car. I bought this a couple of weeks ago for $750. As you can see, it's a two-door coupe, much rarer and much more desirable car. This is one of the first Geminis that was ever made in 1975. As you can see, it's got no engine either, but that's not a big deal. Interior, I stripped out most of the interior, took off the door trims and took out the dash, like I said, and put it in the other car. And yeah, this is restoration that I need to do. So I got some wheels to put on the car, but there's other stuff I need to do. A lot more stuff. There's a lot more rust in this car than in the sedan. So there's some rust in the passenger side sill. There's rust in the same places. Actually, I'll show you since the guard's off, but you can see where that box section is. It just rusts out, so you've got to replace that. And that just comes with owning a Gemini these days, especially one this old. I mean, this car's going to be 34 years old this year, 2009. So, and so I reckon I did pretty well. I mean, it likes to rust around the fuel filler, so to have that as good as that is, I mean, the boot lid looks like complete crap, but it's a panel, you can replace it later on. And so yeah, this would be a nice car when it's done. I mean, put an engine in it. I don't really want to do really stupid stuff with the engine and make it go fast. I don't need to do that. If I want to go fast, I'll go fast in a cheaper car than the sedan. In the sedan, I wouldn't want to really waste it on a coupe. It's too good a car. So I'm going to restore this to original, make it into a good, nice cruise weekend car, something like that. I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do with it, or how far I'm going to take it back to original. So yeah, it's not bad. It's nice working on your own cars, especially when there are such easy cars to work on as this. I mean, I'd have a lot tougher time if it was a more expensive car. So yeah, I like to get some video footage of me driving this sedan, but unfortunately, yeah, it hasn't got an engine in it at the moment, so I need to do that. Well, anyway, yeah, well, I'll leave it at that. I'll put clip another video when I get the engine going, I suppose, because there's not much else I can do to it at the moment. Yeah, so... Okay, see you next time.